I mean, like, look, there was this case that was in Oklahoma this week where
Oh, yeah.
the individual was a former colleague. I'm assuming he was terminated because of some kind of workplace harassment, couldn't take no for an answer type thing. Then we see that he is, or at least according to reports, was sitting outside of her house for, a month or so, was constantly leaving gifts at her door. And then her and her husband walk out the door one day, and this stalker gets out of his truck with a shotgun. Husband and wife hightail it back into their apartment building, but the stalker then puts a shotgun shell through the door, hits the husband in the hand, kicks the door down, grabs the former colleague, drags her back to the truck. Husband comes back out trying to defend, trying to rescue his wife. Suspect puts 2 shotgun blasts in the air. Here's the police coming because the neighbors at least had the wherewithal to call for help. He flees, and now we've got a police pursuit. Fortunately, they were able to detain the guy and have him arrested. But I mean, that's a very legitimate concern that could impact the everyday person because something was left unchecked. It was allowed to escalate. And I'm not saying that stalkers are being given permission to do what they're doing.
Right.
But the people who are being stalked must also realize that they need to participate in their own protection. And much like I talk about in chapter 1, just hoping that that problem is going to resolve itself is not the best course of action. That's not the healthiest way to resolve that concern, because if we do not address today's concerns, we will be forced to confront tomorrow's crisis. And so
it's such a complex and eerie thing that you're dealing with. If you've ever had to deal with someone that is inappropriate or crosses the line and maybe like keys your car or follows you home, or I think in this case, when he was dragging her out, he threaten to kill her. If you don't come with me, I'm going to kill your husband.
Right.
And just, if you back that up, here now I have this guy leaving candy and gifts on my door. He, who knows what happened at work. I'll just let this go and maybe it'll go away. I mean, it's frightening in itself just to come to terms with having to deal with it.
And I want to give you credit. You brought this up earlier when we were chatting the other day. Maybe they feel like it's their fault, that they did something to lead this guy on, that they somehow in some way asked for this. And that's just not true.
Yeah. These
are people who are acting outside the realm of normal, behavioral norms. And it is so important for those who are being targeted by these predators that they understand that they didn't ask for this. This is not their fault. This is not something that they are responsible for. But what they are responsible for is taking part in their, participating in their own protection. And